Hi, I'm Lloyd Princeton. I'm talking to you from the wonderful Durley showroom in the Washington Design Center. And today I was speaking on marketing interior design as part of the Business of Design series. And it's, I think it's pretty safe to say that the most important thing I can advise design professionals on today is to really be clear about who your client is. It's important because if you have largely relied on referrals in the past and your phone isn't ringing as much these days, then you realize that your client is probably coming from somewhere else. And I think oftentimes a lot of the money and wealth these days is coming from international sources, even if the project is based here in the Washington, D.C. area. Or somewhere else in the United States, it's possible the money is coming from elsewhere. So it's important to be creative when you think about who has the money and where you're going to find it. Once you understand who that is, it goes into the second element of it, which is really preparing yourself and preparing your marketing materials to appeal to that particular client. It could be a website that is multilingual. It could definitely be printed materials, even though we rely so much on electronic media. Having something that's hardbound really shows that you are established and are credible and here to stay. I think it's one of the reasons why I also wrote a book after being in the industry for a decade. My book, Marketing Interior Design, solidifies the knowledge that I have after a decade, and it also lends a sense of credibility as well. As I know, we're probably familiar with many designers having coffee table books as a way to show that they're knowledgeable about the industry as well. So the more that you can put into hard copy, the better. In addition to embracing all of the different form of electronic media, from social media to websites to LinkedIn and anything of that nature, to having a blog, to Twittering, it's all relevant, but it does need to be done the right way. For more information, if you'd like to speak with me, I welcome a phone call. How about that? 646-541-7624. You're always welcome to go to my website, Design Management Company, New York City. So dmcnyc.com. 6 little letters will help you get some information, some free downloadable information, articles that have been written, and I hope that you find it a really terrific resource. And I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.
Is anyone here on Twitter? Okay, that's a good number of people. So Twitter is much noisier than Facebook. There are a lot of people talking at any one time, and it can get very overwhelming. For example, I follow about 4,500 people, and about 4,500 follow me, and I definitely do not read every tweet that they have. I have them organized, people that I always want to read their tweets, and then I also have searches set up. Twitter is just a really good way of being able to start conversations with people that you might not already know. And we've hired people because they've started conversations with us, and we've hired them 6 months down the road. We've also gotten a lot of clients off of Twitter, and we've gotten a lot of press opportunities off of it. So I wouldn't discount it. But it can be overwhelming. Just kind of take it a little bit at a time. This is a way that you can expand your network. People start referring people to you, especially if they like what you tweet. You might be tweeting photos from the showroom when you go to the design center. And then also adding some of the personal things of, this is my favorite comic ever. This is a really good way of showing your personality and getting people to relate to you as a person. I call it the mullet approach, which is a mixture of kind of the educational and professional side with the fun side. It's amazing the things that people will get excited about. I think some of the most activity I've ever had is I was just in the airport, I was paying for lunch, and I tweeted, how do I always have so many cookie crumbs in my purse? I mean, they're just these crumbs that come from nowhere. And you wouldn't believe how many people said, I know, it's not like I eat cookies over my purse. And and all of a sudden you've created this, this new connection with someone over something absolutely inane. But that's how people bond. So yeah, don't be afraid to be yourself. Blogging, we could do an entire day on this, but as I said, it's a way to keep your site fresh and add additional value, really promote yourself as an expert, but it is extremely time consuming. So don't feel like you have to write War and Peace for every blog post. If you just want to take a couple of photos and write a few sentences, on why you like them or what you're doing, that's okay too. And then video blogging is becoming pretty big. I would suggest that you take a look at the editor at large. They have really good interviews. It's called Editor at Large TV. And then YouTube, definitely upload videos to that. Flip cams are not very expensive, and they're really easy to use. It has 1 or 2 buttons. Record and stop and forward. So you can't mess it up, and then you plug it right into your USB port, and you can upload it right away.
If you have heard of Purple Cow, the book Purple Cow by Seth Godin. Okay, Seth talked about how advertising the way that we have known it traditionally would be dead at some period of time. And basically, so in 2004, he was talking about Facebook and social media. So in 2008, I mostly start Facebook just for family and friends. But by 2009, I realized how important it actually was, because all of a sudden I've got clients and other designers saying to me, do you have a Facebook page? We want to see your work. We want to see what you do. Are you putting photos up on Facebook? And I thought, oh, okay. I started seeing the value in having a Facebook account. I'll tell you what I do love about Facebook and what I've actually learned since I started. First of all, right now, I only have just a little over 1,700 friends. And I say only because, to me, that's just only the beginning. With Facebook, I know that you can take it up to 5,000. And then I have friends that need to create like new accounts just because at 5,000 they kind of stops there. So my next thing is to create a fan page for Blaylock Interiors. And I know some of you are my Facebook friends. I know Colette is my Facebook friend, and Ann is my Facebook friend, and Jennifer's my Facebook friend, and Lori's my Facebook friend, and Jim and Ann. If any of you are not and would like to be, please be my friend. Unlike a lot of people out there, I really do take a special interest in like each individual person. And I think it's what drives my family crazy, because they're like, you don't have time for us because, you're praying for Lori's dog who just had surgery, or, or I'm doing other things. But my clients, the clients that are actually Facebook friends, send me messages that not everybody gets to see, because this is also the beauty of Facebook. Even though it's very public, privately you get to hear back from some people. I think in our industry, so many clients don't know how to approach us because there's kind of like this secrecy. Even this building kind of seems like, I can't go to the design center. I either can't afford anything in there, I can't afford an interior designer, I don't know how you guys work. And I think the reason why that happens is because we do it to ourselves. A lot of us, and I don't know everyone in this room, but a lot of us really should be more open with one another, more open on our Facebook pages. When we do that, when we become transparent, we will all grow as an industry, and being an interior designer will no longer be something that people will say, it's only for the rich, the famous, the whatever. One of the phrases that I wanted to talk about with Seth Godin, it's called sneezing, and it's, you tell me something, Colette, and I think it's fabulous. Well, now I have 1,700 friends. I'm going to sneeze that to 1,700 people. They are, hopefully, if they think that what you told me was something wonderful, they're going to sneeze that on to the rest. And sneezing is something that we all have different personalities. Not everybody's a sneezer. I am a sneezer. For me, I love what I do.